You see my shirt, right? Do you see it? You like my shirt, right? Unapologetically dope black English teacher. That's right. I'm unapologetic. I'm dope. I'm black. And I'm a male English teacher. That scares some of y'all, don't it? Guess what? Good. I like it like that. Let's start the show. What's going on, YouTube fans? This is your favorite YouTuber, your favorite professor, your favorite soon-to-be doctorate in education, favorite educator, Verdi L. Coleman III. Welcome back. This is episode 5? Yeah, this is episode 5. And not too long ago, I had an encounter with some people that weren't exactly the nicest of people, and I understand that. You know, people are always going to be judgmental about something, and it can't be helped. But one of the pieces of advice that my mom gave me was that, you always try to be the bigger person no matter what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, I have not always taken that advice. I have not always taken the high road. And if my mom was able to watch this, she probably wouldn't be surprised I said it. But There were some incidents where I've had disagreements with coworkers, disagreements with some of their methods, disagreements with just pretty much everything that went on the job. This is my 6th year as of this recording, and with COVID-19 being as rampant as it is, and dealing with student populations, and also dealing with the debate of whether or not we were going to transition a phase in, it's really getting hot. Just gonna be honest, it's getting hot out there, and I'll be honest, only thing I know to do is just to be cool, let God handle his business. Now, sometimes I get in the way of that. How do I get in the way? Like I said, I've had some disagreements with coworkers over the last 5 years, and they have not been the best. But I will say this though, I have learned enough to where I can at least give some teachers and some of you college students a little bit of advice on how to deal with annoying coworkers. While this is specifically geared towards educators, I'm making it towards everybody. So if I use an example dealing with education, then try to apply it to your own job or career, what have you. So first things first, you have to recognize that you have a problem. Yes, it all starts with self. And a lot of the times, this isn't to say that you're downing yourself or anything. This is actually one of the things that you need to address early on, or it always goes sour. If you don't address that you have a problem with yourself and how you see people, then you won't ask yourself the question, what can I do to lessen the tension? What can I do to stop the problem from escalating? Because it's okay to have problems with things. It's okay to disagree about something that someone does, but if we don't check ourselves first, we'll go out there and tell people that we have a problem with them, and we'll say it in the worst way. I've done several times where I've cursed people out simply because they just didn't show any passion in their teaching, or simply because they didn't catch on to something that was so simple. Yeah, I really was that petty. Well, not petty. Petty's coming next. But I was really that anal about things of that nature. So, second thing is identify the problem on the outside. This is where you look at your coworkers and you figure out, which ones basically kind of give you the wrong vibe, which one give you the cold shoulder. Well, not a cold shoulder, the wrong one. They rub you the wrong way. Figure out What is it about them that makes them so irritable to you? What is it about them that just pisses you off? Because you have to understand what it is that makes them what they are. Because if you just go and hate them for no reason, it's really going to cause confusion on your end and their end, and a bunch of bull crap will basically go on, all simply because y'all didn't sit down and hash it out. There have been several coworkers of mine that have come through that have literally hated me. And I say hated like as in they didn't like my grind, they didn't like my passion, or they just found it annoying and never told me. I mean, many of them haven't, but I don't care. Third thing is learning how to social distance. Social distancing didn't start with COVID. For those of y'all that are thinking that y'all started this bright idea about social distancing, hell, no, y'all didn't do that. Social distancing has been going on for generations and generations, but I'm the one who has mastered it. 9 times out of 10, if I'm around people, I'm a pretty easy guy to vibe with. I don't cause problems around people because I know I like to make people laugh, I like to make people smile, and I want people to be able to follow what I'm leading and pick up what I'm putting down. But if there's a chance that I'm around somebody that 1 out of 10, if there's a chance I'm around somebody and I don't really like them, I'm gonna kind of hit that SpongeBob and be like, all right, I'm head out, that kind of thing. So 9 times out of 10, if I'm like that, something is seriously wrong. And the reason why I do that is because I know that I'm not at the point where I can truly say I can be around some of my coworkers and not feel the way I feel about them. Sometimes you have to distance yourself from people in order to protect your salvation, protect your blessing, protect your just to protect yourself. Being in the thick of it doesn't always mean that you're strong. It doesn't always mean that you can handle it. My mouth is reckless. I'll say it. Like, I have to avoid cursing at least 6 times a day. That's the minimum. And it's mostly because of what they do. Now, 4th thing I suggest is making sure that if you do have problems, talk to them first. It kind of goes back to step number 2, but that's only identifying the problem. Now in step 4, you're gonna talk to them about it. And who knows? A lot of times, like I said in step 2, it's basically a misunderstanding. We would hope so anyway. But if things don't work out, step number 5, take it to the superior. Superiors always know what to do when they are the right leaders for the job. I put that in quotation marks because not every superior is going to understand the nature of the situation. Not every superior is going to understand that things have to work smoothly with a team in order for everybody underneath that to fall in line. For example, if 2 teachers are basically going at it every day and they can't seem to get it right, it's gonna affect the students down the road. This I know personally because me and one of my coworkers, we just didn't see eye to eye. Let's just go ahead and keep it honest. We didn't see eye to eye, and now we're better. It's more of a, we're good around each other for a few minutes and then boom, we're out. So I guess the final thing that I would say is study your word, or study your word as in, the word of God, or study some kind of book that allows you to be able to deal with conflict resolution. Because at the end of the day, conflict resolution is the best thing in the world. If you know how to settle a situation without having things to escalate, you become a GOAT professionally. And those are the kind of people that we need around. We need people that can discipline their anger and be able to go out there and say, I have a problem with you. I don't like certain things that you do, but I'm hoping that we can work things out. And whatever it is on my end, I will do the same thing. I'll work it out on my end so that the problem can be less of a factor. That takes a lot of guts. That takes a lot of discipline. And I'm going to be honest, I just got to where I can halfway say that. I'm not this little angel boy, pretty boy, choir boy thing. No, I'm bad when it comes to this. I just got to where I'm getting better at it. So I tend to speak my mind a lot, and that puts me in a bad position all the time. So the extra credit part here, don't speak your mind all the time. Let some stuff stay in there. Because if you told the truth about everything to everyone, you become the villain. All honesty ain't good, no matter what. So, those are your steps to dealing with annoying coworkers. I know they don't seem a little exotic or anything of that nature. They're just simple steps. But for somebody out there, I'm pretty sure they need to hear this, especially considering the fact that we're in 2020 and social distancing is becoming more difficult. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys around. Who knows when the next episode is coming out? Just know that when it does, it'll always be a Silvertone production. Be blessed, y'all.